rain we had late yesterday, the ground is pretty much saturated, and now we're going to be watching more storms later today. We're already close to 80. Here's how this is working out now. And again, the weather forecast with stuff like this, because these thunderstorm clusters are highly irregular and we have so many different variables in place, what we're watching is for one of these two clusters to kind of overtake the other one. And typically it's the one that has more sunshine, and of course that's the one now just to the east of Chicago into southern Michigan, over the near Grand Rapids. The one to the south, which is actually outside of the yellow circle, is now heading into Cincinnati. So that'll be heading away from us. So we'll be watching the one to the north. So as the sun comes out, which it already is, we heat up. We are looking at that cluster to continue to move west to east. Timing on this now, I think, will be between like 2 and 3 p.m. to the west, and then between 3 and 5 p.m. for the rest of us. The movement will be west to east. The biggest threat will be locally heavy rain. All right, so it'll be mid-afternoon. Southeasterly movement, the coverage, notice here as we look at our future cast right there, that's around 2 p.m. We start to see these flaring up. The coverage will be higher than what we saw yesterday, just slightly higher. And then by 6 p.m., we start to see this stuff move out. We'll have another somewhat irregular looking cluster developing right along the shoreline at around 6 p.m., impacting Cleveland West. And then by 8 p.m., most of this heads on out of here. So we're talking that 6-hour window between 2 and 8 p.m. Again, pockets of heavy rain, high winds. The severe weather threat is there, but primarily high winds and hail. All right, overall forecast, once we get past mid-evening, looks much better. We're going to drop into the mid-60s tonight, and it looks like tomorrow we're looking at mostly sunny skies. Nice day tomorrow. We'll be near 80 for the Foxtrot tomorrow. The humidity will be down just a little, not a big drop, but a noticeable one, as the temperatures in the morning start out in the middle upper 60s with more rain developing on Monday. Look at this here. This is later Monday. I think this develops Monday evening into Monday night. Again, a deep low, which means locally heavy rain and some leftover showers into Tuesday. Notice the absence of extreme heat. That's going to change, though. By next Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we're going to start to see signs of maybe a couple days where we could make a run at 90, but not happening on the 8-day forecast. I always tell people this real quick here. When we're talking about storms, don't use a weather app, all right? Even our weather app. Don't use the weather app that gives you your hourly forecast. Not because they're not because it's a tool that you want to ignore. Sometimes it doesn't handle what's happening in real time. All right, a symbol and a number and an icon or an emoji doesn't do it here. You want to look at the radar. Download the Fox 8 weather app. Use the radar when it's storming, and you can get an idea of what's happening almost in real time. It's off by a couple of minutes. That's how radar works. But use the radar first, and then kind of see where everything is going, over the 10, 15, 20-minute intervals that we'll be watching here later on today. Then use the Fox 8 weather app for the 8-day forecast looking down the road. All right, more updates right here on the website, fox8.com, and on social media.